thanks for joining me, my dear students, and thanks for watching my lectures. Today let me continue oxidation and reduction reactions, because yesterday I could not complete this oxidation and reduction reactions. I gave you only one example. Now let me give you more examples. Example number 2. Now let me write here. This is H2S plus Cl2 give us S plus HCl. So here this is hydrogen sulfide H2S. This is chlorine, Cl2 is chlorine, and in the products we have sulfur and we have hydrogen chloride. So actually what happens, hydrogen sulfide when reacts with chlorine, it gives sulfur and HCl, that's hydrogen chloride. Now H2S and Cl2, these are the reactants on the left hand side of the chemical equation, and sulfur and hydrogen chloride, these are the products. Now we have to check whether the reaction is balanced or not. You might have gone through balanced and unbalanced chemical equations, and now here there are two atoms of hydrogen, there's one atom of hydrogen, there's one atom of sulfur, there's one atom of sulfur, chlorine 2 atoms, and here it is 1 atom of chlorine. Now let me put it here 2. Now you see yourself whether the chemical equation is balanced or not. Yes, it is balanced. 2 atoms of hydrogen, it's 2 atoms of hydrogen, 1 atom of sulfur, 1 atom of sulfur, chlorine, 2 atoms of chlorine, and 2 atoms of chlorine. Now the chemical equation is balanced. Now let me come to my 2 point. Let me write it here again. This is H2S. Hydrogen sulfide reacts with chlorine to form sulfur and HCl, that is hydrogen chloride. Now this is hydrogen sulfide is changing into sulfur. That means hydrogen sulfide is being oxidized to sulfur. So here hydrogen sulfide and this chlorine is changing into HCl. So here what happens here, this is H2S is changing into S, that means removal of hydrogen. That is removal of hydrogen. And here it is Cl2 is changing into HCl, that is addition of hydrogen. And by definition, you know, yesterday I gave you 2 definitions of oxidation and reduction, and you must have the definitions in your mind. This is addition of hydrogen, that is reduction. So here it is removal of hydrogen, that is oxidation. Now let me find out the substance oxidized and the substance reduced in this reaction. Now first let me check it out. Substance oxidized. Substance oxidized. Okay, here this is H2S is changing into S. That means H2S is being, hydrogen sulfide is being oxidized to sulfur, because here hydrogen is being removed out. Hydrogen sulfide is changing into sulfur, that is, and this is the substance where oxidation takes place. So here oxidation takes place. So this is H2S is the substance oxidized, H2S. Okay. Now the substance reduced. Now here substance reduced is the substance on which reduction takes place, and this is chlorine. Cl2 is substance reduced because Cl2 is being reduced to HCl. Okay, now oxidizing agent. Here oxidizing agent and reducing agent. And simply I told you the substance which is oxidized is the reducing agent and substance which is reduced is the oxidizing agent. So here oxidizing agent is the substance reduced, that is Cl2, and reducing agent is the substance oxidized, that is H2S. Now let me come to the definition of oxidizing agent and reducing agent. Oxidizing agent. Now with the help of this equation, with the help of this reaction, I can define oxidizing agent. So here, so far as the chlorine is concerned, chlorine is removing hydrogen from hydrogen sulfide. So here chlorine is the oxidizing agent. You see, oxidizing agent is chlorine. So here the substance which removes hydrogen is called an oxidizing agent. This is the second definition of oxidizing agent. The substance which removes hydrogen from hydrogen chloride is the oxidizing agent. So I can write here the substance which removes hydrogen, is called an oxidizing agent. So here oxidizing agent is Cl2 because Cl2 is responsible to remove hydrogen from H2S. This is H2, this is Cl2. Cl2 is the oxidizing agent. And here now reducing agent. I can define it, reducing agent. So reducing agent, the substance which gives hydrogen for reduction. So here H2S gives hydrogen. H2S gives hydrogen for reduction. So H2S actually it's losing hydrogen, and because of this losing hydrogen, reduction takes place. So the substance which gives hydrogen for reduction is called a reducing agent. So I will write here the substance which gives hydrogen for reduction is called a reducing agent. So here reducing agent is in this reaction, that is H2S, because it gives hydrogen for reduction. So I can write here H2S is the reducing agent in this reaction. So this reaction is an oxidation and reduction reaction, because oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously. That's why this reaction is called an oxidation and reduction reaction. Now let me give you third example of this oxidation and reduction reaction. Now this is the third example. This is, I will write zinc oxide plus carbon gives Zn plus carbon monoxide. So here it is. This is zinc oxide. This is zinc oxide. This is carbon. And this is zinc. And this is carbon monoxide. In the reactants we have zinc oxide and carbon, and in the products we have zinc and carbon monoxide. So here zinc oxide, when it is heated with carbon, it gives zinc and carbon monoxide. So let me write it again here. This is zinc oxide plus carbon gives zinc plus carbon monoxide. So here you see in this reaction, zinc oxide is changing into zinc, and here carbon is changing into carbon monoxide. So what happens here in this reaction, actually this is removal of oxygen, and here it is addition of oxygen, and here it is addition of oxygen. And by definition, you know, addition of oxygen is called oxidation. and removal of oxygen is called reduction, and you know it by definition. Now let me come to substance oxidized and substance reduced in this reaction. Substance oxidized. So here you see the substance oxidized, the substance on which oxidation takes place, that is here carbon. So carbon here is the substance oxidized because carbon is being oxidized to carbon monoxide. So here substance reduced. Substance reduced is the substance on which reduction takes place, and that is ZNO. So here ZNO, zinc oxide, is the substance reduced. Now oxidizing agent and reducing agent. Oxidizing agent and reducing agent. So here oxidizing agent is the substance which gets reduced, that is ZNO. And the reducing agent is the substance which gets oxidized, that is carbon. And you know by definition, the substance which gives oxygen, yesterday I gave you definition, the substance which gives oxygen for oxidation is called an oxidizing agent. So here it is ZNO, because the ZNO, zinc oxide, gives oxygen for oxidation. And by definition, you know, reducing agent, the substance which removes oxygen, that's called a reducing agent. So here carbon in this reaction is a reducing agent because carbon is responsible to remove oxygen from zinc oxide. So in this reaction, carbon is the reducing agent and zinc oxide is the oxidizing agent. So hope, my dear students, you have understood my lecture so far as this oxidation and reduction reactions are concerned. So I will repeat, oxidation and reduction reactions are those reactions where oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously. So in all the examples I gave you, oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously. So this is all about oxidation and reduction reactions. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.